What's up, ladies? Long time no hear. I thought I lost my YouTube channel, but it turns out that I didn't. I thought that I lost my password. So I'm back. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to let me know that you want more of these videos. So I'm just going to get right into it. This video is obviously probably going to be a lot longer than what I planned it to be. So some of the images are going to repeat. So enjoy the images. So many of us Black women, we are extremely confused and we don't know what to do. Over the past few years, divestment has blown up, and we have been taught that, conservatives are going to do something great for us by, cleaning up the Black community and things of that nature. As I chose to go a different path in my life, or maybe not even a different path, but pick up on the path that I left behind because I got caught up mammying, doing the wrong thing in life, doing the wrong things in life, being around the wrong people, giving the wrong people my time and things of that nature. I have noticed that a lot of Black women, we don't know where to turn. We thought, we just don't know where to turn. And I just want to jump right into the video because my images are coming up way faster than I thought they would. But I just want to say that being a conservative, it is not for Black women. I really hate to say that because I know a lot of Black women are looking for a solution, maybe a conservative group, a certain conservative group is for Black women, and you can benefit from a conservative group. But as a whole, the system, it's not for Black women. It's not for us. And I just want to get into a few topics of discussion. So first of all, this Candace Owens woman. As you can see, she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know where to go. She got caught up with Kanye West, and Kanye West is he has a history of being anti-Black woman. So it's just insane for her to think that, or for any Black woman to think that that would be a good person to team up with. Candace Owens has also been caught many times with her thinking cap off. I'm going to say it in a nice way. She's been caught with her thinking cap off by associating with Kanye West, who said some really controversial things about some powerful people. And as we know, in this country and historically worldwide, Black people don't have power because Black men are very disloyal to their own group. And when you are disloyal to your own group, you're essentially just giving your power away to whoever. So because Black men are disloyal to their own group, Black women, we just by proxy don't have any power either. So that was a very stupid decision for Candace Owens. And any Black woman who is considering associating with these people, this is what they're going to think of when you start leaning towards these talking points. And then we have just the average Black woman on social media, on Twitter, on YouTube, claiming to be a conservative. The interesting thing about that is you can play all you want on social media, but it's a real world out here. Okay. And when you step into the real world, those social media conversations are not the same. This is not the game that white people, Asian people, some Hispanics people play it, because Hispanic people, they are trailing black people. Now they are ahead of us, and they're gaining traction to be associated with the dominant society, white people, and the dominant minority, which is Asian people. So they're leaning away from this, publicization, if that's even a word, of politics. And so now we just have black people, black women especially, very confused about what to do, what to say. And it's not benefiting us. So I do want to get into some of these books that I have recently discovered. And I think that these are wonderful books, because a lot of us black women, oh my God, I feel so bad for us. I'm a black woman and I'm included myself. I feel so fucking bad for us. We don't have anybody to give us any good information. We don't have any good mentors. Our mothers have have used us and gaslighted us, and kind of like given us knowingly bad advice so they can continue to keep us as, servants to a community that is not serving us and is not serving itself. And so the first book that I want to talk about is Bet on Black by Eboni K. Williams. And, the controversy led me to look up her books. And at first I was like, okay, she's the author. I didn't know anything about her, I'll be honest. And the controversy led me to look up her books. Now, I'm not really too much into like TV or media, so I didn't really know who she was or that world. I don't like to get into that political, I don't like to get into it. But, since she was in the headlines, I looked her up since I heard that she was an author, because I liked the way that she was speaking on the Breakfast Club to Cornbread Face, DJ Envy. And and so basically what this book is about is leveraging your identity as a black woman. You are not going to mix in with white people. Do not believe all this stuff they tell you, like, oh, this is America. There is no discrimination. There is very much so discrimination. And you cannot ignore it. When you go to the grocery store, when you go shopping, you're being discriminated against. So it's better to equip yourself with information, because guess what? It's not ever going to go away. I hate to tell you that, but it's not ever going to go away. And so I really like that, the point of view that she's writing from on leveraging being a black woman and not trying to blend in when you cannot blend in. You know that. Conservatives want you to think you can blend in with them, but they know you can't. They know that. They know you can't blend in. And every time you go to Target and you see these white women, every fucking time you go anywhere that's not the internet, So I love that book. The next book I want to talk about is I'm Not Yelling. This book came up in my recommended on Amazon. And I said, ooh, I'm not yelling. Because, the black woman stereotype. We loud, we aggressive and all these things. And it's like, how do we navigate this world with that stereotype? How do we become successful? How do you become successful? Well, you learn from successful people, from people like you, not people who have never walked a day in your shoes telling you there's no such thing as discrimination, there's no such thing as racism. Yes, it is, and you know it. You don't let these people gaslight you. Don't let them okie doke you. Now, what is that phrase about, the soft bigotry of low expectations? Don't let them play you. Do not let them play you, sweetie. They know. They know when you walk up into that job with a different hairstyle every 2 weeks, they're discriminated against you. Leverage it. Leverage it. Read these books. Set yourself up for success, because a lot of us, we have successful people in our lives. And you know what? I'm not going to say that they don't want to pull back, but a lot of successful Black women, they're doing the best they can. They're struggling too. They don't have time to reach back and pull us up. They are struggling. And I know they make it look pretty, but they are struggling. That Black woman who graduated with all these high earning degrees from these top colleges, listen to her advice. Listen to her advice. She cannot hold your hand through life. She is struggling too. Read these books these women have written for you, because a lot of us, we don't have people in our lives who have time to give us that good wisdom, and we were not born into a community of it. So this book right here, this is a very exciting book, and I want all of you listening, honey, y'all spend money on hairstyles, going out to eat, going to brunch, drinks, or whatever your choice of leisure is. Invest in bettering your future. That's the least you could do. Next book I want to talk about, Rest is Resistance by Tricia Hersey. This book was introduced to me by a Black woman on YouTube. She is one of those, what do you call it? Like high producing people, like very smart, top of her class, all that type of stuff. I was never that kind of person, but well, I'm not going to say I was never that kind of person, but I'm tired like the rest of us. I guess that's just the simplest way I can put it. I'm tired like the rest of us. I work hard and I don't see anything for it. And so rest for Black women, rest is a weapon. That's a strategy for us. We need to learn how to rest. I read a little bit of that book. Get all these books. They're all on Amazon. I'm telling you, rest is resistance. Rest is a strategy for us. We need to learn how to rest. Next, I know this one is going to be a little bit controversial because it's on being pretty. But whether you consider yourself pretty or not, Black women, we need to learn how to leverage our looks the same way every other race of women leverage their looks. How many times have you seen that average Latina or that average Indian woman or that average East Asian woman whipping her hair and feeling gorgeous? Because everybody has been taught that Black women are the least pretty women in society. Leverage your looks. Care about how you look. Get this book by Eboni K. Williams. You may not feel like you look as pretty as her or you as young as her or whatever. Learn how to leverage your looks. It's it for women. It is commodity. It's a commodity in society. Okay. You can walk around here not caring about your looks if you want to, but other people are going to treat you differently. And I hate to tell you that, but it's true. Next. Now, this may be really the catalyst for this video right here. White mediocrity. I think this was really the catalyst for me to make this video. This for me was the aha. This for me was a boom. My mind was exploding when I began watching videos on white mediocrity. And listening to like very well educated women who have researched these topics. And I'm not just talking about these random idiots on social media. When I started deep diving into the topic of white mediocrity, my mind my mind was blown. You know, we talk about black girl magic and black excellence and all this stuff, and we already know that what they say, black people, you got to be twice as better to get half as much. A lot of older black people who are successful and they want us to be successful, they endearingly and well-meaningly told us that you cannot be an average black person. I want to say go against that. I want to say embrace being mediocre. Embrace your mediocrity. Challenge your right to be mediocre. Challenge it. Okay? Because a lot of the times when you see a black woman in a room and she is being celebrated, you better know she stressed. She has stressed herself to get to that point. She has put herself through a lot to get there. And a lot of white people, and this is why being conservative is not for black women. A lot of white women, you know, especially white men, being mediocre is something that white men really benefit from. But because white women are their counterparts, they benefit from it as well. And so this is why being conservative is not for black women, because white people, they know they can be mediocre in whatever political party they choose to associate with. And so I don't really know if I plan on reading this book, but I just wanted to insert it because if you do want to read a book on this topic, this is a very popular book on the topic. There are lots of YouTube videos on the topic, but I think reading is something very powerful about reading. And so this is a great book to read on the topic. And lastly, I just want to show, this is not the video, but I just want to show another video, another screenshot of white people knowing that they can be mediocre and that there are mediocre white people. They're everywhere. They're in the media. They're on TikTok. We see them. This last video is the video that kind of really opened my eyes to white mediocrity. So I just wanted to give these ladies here some shout outs. I love these ladies. This woman on the left, I'm going to be mentioning her again in another video. Okay, and that's the end of the video. I just want to say thank you all so much. Like, comment, subscribe if you like these videos and if you want more.